Good afternoon. Lieutenant Robert Marra, R-O-B-E-R-T, M-A-R-R-A. Today we are announcing that we have arrested a 17-year-old juvenile in regards to a year-long investigation for some bomb threats and some swatting calls that happened starting back in November of 2023 and continued through January of 2024. This juvenile, whose name I cannot release, has been charged with several crimes. The Vernon Police Department worked alongside the FBI, Connecticut State Police, the Manchester, South Windsor, Ellington, as well as the Vernon and Ellington Public Schools to continue this investigation and come to a good resolution of an arrest. We are continuing to work this. There is still some more work to be done, and hopefully some more arrests will come out of this. We are encouraging that parents look what their kids are doing on social media, on their phones, on their computers. Be vigilant, be aware, understand what they're doing, understand what programs they're using, because this is kind of what led to this. We thank that all of our state and federal partners for helping us out in this case. It has been a long time coming. We are pleased with the outcome at this point. This female has been, it is a female. She has been, she's going to go to juvenile court next week in Rockville. And again, we encourage all parents to be vigilant. So,
can you talk a little bit about what you discovered in this investigation about a group that she was with?
Sure. There's a group called the 764. It targets minors and basically tries to entice them to do things, which sometimes can be illegal. Starts off small and then eventually gets to be a big deal. So that's where we landed up today.
So was she kind of a victim of this group, or was she someone that helped, victimize other people?
So again, I don't want to get too far into details there, but again, it's she was a conspirator in this whole event.
How organized of a group is this? Are they spread out across the country, or where are they?
So I can tell you that this is more than just the country. This is a worldwide group. And again, I don't want to get too many specifics there, but we have talked to our neighboring countries as well as overseas about some of this.
Do you know some of the locations where some of those threats were made locally?
Sure. So in Vernon, we have several of our schools have been targeted, including Rockville High School. There has been a couple places of worship that have also been targeted, as well as Ellington. They have a few of the schools. We have, I believe the Connecticut State Library was targeted, the Ellington Historical Society, and several other places in Manchester and South Windsor.
Is this juvenile local? Is she local?
It is a local female, yes.
And then
Tell us where she's from.
I cannot.
Well, that rainy day in Vernon, in Rockville High River was on the sidewalk. Is that one of the examples?
I don't know which one you're referring to, Chris, but
Okay, I can't remember the day.
I can say, I can tell you.
say confidently she didn't act alone?
I can confidently say that she did not act alone.
how do you even begin to, start an investigation like this? Many people we've heard sometimes calling threats from across the country and other states. Like, how do you go through this process?
Sure. So you start with the basics and you start kind of working your way through. You're looking at obviously some IP addresses, some obviously digital forensic evidence is what we're looking at that point, and we're working with those partners to try to facilitate that and get deeper into the World Wide Web, if you want to call it.
And what do you want to say to juveniles who, it doesn't sound like for her it was a joke. It sounds like it has to do part of a bigger problem, but a lot of times we see this is part of a joke or they want to miss school. What do you want to say to juveniles about how serious this is?
Correct. We as the law enforcement and the law enforcement community take crime seriously. And if you're going to act in this type of manner, we're going to find you and we'll charge you.
What was the last, do you know the last threat that was made or when it was linked to this particular person?
I don't want to get into too much with that.
Year or, time of year?
As far as what?
One of the last threats, like was it within a year? Was it within 6 months ago?
January 2012 is what I'll tell you. It was one of our last.
2012?
I'm sorry, 2024.
Okay.
I looked at that by accident.
Okay.
Can you say, were her parents aware of this? Are they being cooperative? Were they surprised to hear about this?
They are aware now. We've been working with the family to try to come to a successful conclusion.
Was that a surprise? Did they know this was going on?
No, they did not know what's going on.
Can you,
Can you talk about any of describe some of the threats at all, or what was the plot sort of centered on? What kind of things was she allegedly going to try and do?
So I don't want to say that she allegedly did. I want to say that she was an involvement in it, yes. But they were bomb threats and they were swatting incidents. So swatting incidents are you call in a fake crime to try to get the SWAT team to come out and have a full response to a specific area, and waste resources and waste time of taxpayer dollars as well as law enforcement.
Was it more bomb threats than swatting, or what was
We had a significant amount of bomb threats in this town.
and can you get a little bit more into some of the stuff you put in the press release about warning signs of self-harm, suicide? Because we see with these groups, it sounds like there's extortion involved, so there's a mental element to that.
Correct. They're obviously looking for young people to try to self-harm, and those are the most probably vulnerable people that are on the internet and on the webs. So they're trying to figure out who those people are and who are willing to do those types of behaviors in order to facilitate their criminal enterprise.
So what should parents look out for?
Again, look out for if people are cutting, if there's depression, if they're always on the phone. I often say, try to get off the digital devices and get outside. Again, wearing long sleeves, wearing hooded sweatshirts when it's hot out. It's a good sign of possibly some self-harm or some self-mutilation. But be cognizant and look. As a parent, you need to be aware.
Is this your first experience with this stuff with Roblox and Discord?
As far as mine, yes. I know that we and our federal partners are definitely helping us out in working through this. So it's not their first, but it is definitely an up and coming. And once we get rid of one, obviously another one's going to pop up. So
Is this domestic terrorism?
I wouldn't be able to comment on that.
And what's your advice for parents who, I feel like parents know what Roblox and Discord is, how do they properly monitor that?
Again, go onto the FBI's website there. They have obviously some tips and some ideas for you to do. I don't know. I have never used Roblox. I don't know what they are, or Discord. I just read them on a police report. So I would say, talk to your, I can obviously give you somebody to talk to. You can contact your local police department, and there's obviously certain people who know how to deal with this type of stuff and what to look out for. But I would say, just be aware of what they're using.
And then could she possibly be charged as an adult later, because this does seem to be part of a larger kind of group than just an individual?
Again, that's up to the court system, not us. We can only report the facts.
Was she ever in trouble before, known to you guys?
Not that I know of.
Is it possible that just based on the seriousness of the incident that she could be charged as an adult?
She just, I don't know.
Does Vernon have a separate unit?
We work with the computer lab out of Manchester. There's a couple of different towns that work together, including Yukon, Manchester, South Windsor, Vernon, and we all kind of pool our resources there to work together with the digital downloads and forensic info. Good. Thanks, guys.